this week's edition of the Bibliophile's Garden, and today we're going to start some sweet corn. As you can see here, I have a pack of peaches and cream sweet corn, from which I hear it's really good. I got it from Seed Needs off of Amazon, and we're going to put the seeds, or the kernels, the corn kernels, in some soil, and I'm going to put them in my greenhouse to get them started. Now, with any type of seed germination, the seeds need to be moist in order for germination to happen. And for corn kernels, because they're so hard, it's always recommended that you soak them for at least 24 hours in water before you plant. And what I'm going to do is plant these, and then hopefully, if the corn cooperates, I will have corn seedlings that I will put in my yard in a few weeks. And I want to take you with me on that process. Corn, for it to grow properly, needs direct sun. And I found a spot. It's going to be in my front yard. Usually I don't like growing vegetables in the front yard, but when you drive around Uniondale and Hempstead in the late summer, early fall, you see so many corn stalks, and it's so pretty. So I said, let me try it in my yard for this season. So I'm going to take a seedling, got one, I'm going to put it in the dirt, straight down, and cover it up. I'm going to wet this again. The dirt is already moist, but I'm going to wet it again to give it a better chance of germinating. And I'm going to take another seedling and put it in next to it. So for each of these little cells, I'm going to put 2 seedlings in. And when it's time to plant the corn, I'm going to be able to plant it in rows, because as you'll see in the upcoming weeks, you have to plant corn close together if you want it to pollinate. So that is it for this installment, or this section of the Bibliophile's Garden. And I hope you join me on my journey of planting and growing peaches and cream sweet corn. Hi everybody, we're back for part 2 of the Bibliophile's Garden, and I wanted to show you the raised bed that I have in part of my garden. And this is a great example of how you have to be careful when you plant, because some things like mint, which is back there, will take over your yard. And the same thing applies to a very healthy vegetable, or green rather, Jamaican callaloo. Now, my husband loves this stuff. I'm not a fan of it, but it's very healthy for you. It's very common. You drive around Uniondale, Hempstead, you see it in almost every yard. And for those who grow it, know that this is one of those plants, if you let it, it will take over your garden. So last year in this box, I didn't have any Jamaican callaloo. So apparently some of the outside plants must have dropped seeds, and this bad boy came back with a vengeance. So what I'm going to do, like this I planted. This is dill, some garlic, some of my lettuce, butter crunch lettuce, some flowers. It's a collard green from last year, a seed drop, some kale back there. So what I'm going to do is let it get a little bigger. No, actually, I'm lying to you. I'm going to have to start taking some of this out as I need the space. And trust me, it's already growing back in other parts of the garden. So just be mindful of that. Certain things that you plant, you have to remember that they may take over. And if they try to take over and you're not cool with it, you got to push back, pull them out, and put in what you want to plant. So mint is an example, which was almost in my yard at one point, in my lawn, and Jamaican callaloo. 2 great, one is a great herb, other is a great green. That's great for your body, but will take over your property. The other thing that I wanted to mention was, try to make your garden your place of peace. If you're like me, a lot of this stuff also that's coming up are flowers that I planted from seed. So my goal is by July, August to have a lot of color in the garden, so pollinators will come, and also because I like color. And I also started investing in garden art. This right here just came today. It's called Big Mama Washing Greens. I love it. And this is a little butterfly thing I got from the Dollar Tree. So you can mix and match, but the point is to make your garden you. Let it represent what you like while you grow your own food and you grow healthy food. So that's it for this time in the Bibliophile's garden.